30 lawmakers are considering expanding abortion rights here in Massachusetts.
So today, supporters and critics of the bill packed a hearing to make sure their voices were heard. WBZ's Louisa Moller is live for us tonight at the Statehouse. Louisa?
Well, Pauline, the lawmakers behind the Roe Act admit it's part of a sweeping trend by some states to solidify abortion rights into state law in the event the Supreme Court becomes conservative. And people on both sides of this issue continue to pack an auditorium here for a hearing that could go late into the night. Red and pink T-shirts marked two different sides of a passionate debate at the Statehouse Monday, and heated testimony lasted hours.
So there is no such thing as a late-term abortion in medical language, but in the same way that they can consent for pregnancy, for labor and delivery services, they would also be able to consent for an abortion.
It was the public's first time to weigh in on the Roe Act, proposed legislation to expand abortion access in Massachusetts. The Roe Act would continue to allow abortion beyond 24 weeks of pregnancy if the abortion is necessary to protect the patient's life or physical or mental health, or in cases of lethal fetal anomalies. It would also get rid of parental consent for anyone under the age of 18 seeking an abortion. Supporters of the bill say it solidifies the constitutional protections of Roe versus Wade.
We must enshrine Roe into statute. A court's guarantee is not a guarantee in these times.
The Roe Act will harm women.
But pro-life advocates who gathered in the hundreds outside the Statehouse say the act goes too far.
It's trying to remove the common sense limits that the majority of Americans believe in, such as a girl underage needs to talk to her parents or a judge.
And Governor Baker says he also has some issues with it.
I do have concerns about eliminating the parental notification requirement.
Now, the Roe Act would also get rid of a requirement that would say that abortions after 24 weeks must take place in a hospital, and it removes language saying that physicians must provide measures to save potentially viable fetuses. Supporters say in that very rare situation, no doctor would deny care to a mother or a child. Live outside the Statehouse, Louisa Moller, WBZ News.
Louisa, thank you.